Hey, welcome to the Bodies Built Better podcast. I'm your host, Jackie Tan. And if you are here for the first time, a very special welcome to you. And if you're back, thank you. You are awesome. I appreciate you. This show is all about human performance. And today's episode, I wanted to talk to you one-on-one because just recently, you might know, or if you're here for the first time, I recently quit my career of nearly 17 years, and that was an incredibly hard decision. Now, I did that in April. The time of recording right now, we're in June, and I wanted to come on here and just tell you about the journey so far, because weirdly, people think I've got everything top notch, all put together. I've figured it out. And that's the furthest from the truth. So I wanted to let you in on this journey and I guess get a behind the scenes of what's really happening with me, and I guess a few of the strategies as well that I'm implementing to continue to move forward and continue to get the best out of myself. That is what this podcast is all about. It is about human performance, and human performance is going to have a different definition depending on who you are and what you want in life and in your career and in your health and wellness. And really for me, it's about trying to touch all those bases. I really want to make sure we look at performance or human performance holistically, the science-backed and maybe the pseudoscience, all the stuff that science is yet to prove. Now, I'm a firm believer that just because it's not proven doesn't mean it doesn't work. And of course, there's the placebo effect. So there's so much room and so many things to cover. And I really want to make sure I try and cover all of it if I can. But like I said, this episode, one-on-one, me and you, I'm going to share some of my strategies that are helping me get through this period of, to be perfectly honest, uncertainty. And it's really scary, and you know, it's one of those things where it's scary, but you know you have to do it. So here we go. This episode today, I wanted to talk about trusting in yourself, because I really feel like that is the foundation of change, of moving forward with confidence. And also, if you're not able to move forward, it's the ability to be where you are and sit with the emotions on that roller coaster in yourself. It all starts with trust and trusting in yourself. So I can't tell you that I've always trusted in myself, and I don't actually know when I started. But the thing about me, if you don't already know, is that I am hugely into personal growth and development. I mean, I love learning. I love learning about myself. I love learning about the human body. I love learning about the mind and psychology, and anything that I can do to become the best version of me, I will do. So I think along the lines of that entire journey, my life, I have gotten better at this. And if I really think about it, it's probably within the last 12 to 18 months or even 24 months that I feel like I'm really getting to know myself better, and of course, building that foundation of trust. So I actually think that's probably the reason I had the strength and the courage to quit my career. So, firstly, how am I doing? The crazy thing is I've had conversations with friends and clients, and they tell me I'm doing amazing, or it looks like I'm doing amazing, and it looks like I've got it all figured out, and how do I do it? And you're doing awesome. And I don't know what it is I'm projecting, but I don't feel like that. There are so many times where I am so scared, I am so frustrated, and I'm annoyed, and I feel aimless and hopeless and impatient, because all my working career, I've always had a vision that I've strived towards, and I've always had something to work on. And during that period of nearly 17 years of being in business, there was always something to do, which I loved. So me working on the weekends and coming up with ideas of different ways to, improve the client experience, and, what could we do next? What could we offer next? How are we assessing? All of the things I really loved doing. And so for me, working on weekends, working into the night was really fun for me. So to go from that to not that, any of it, nothing. Well, not nothing. That's a lie. I do have the podcast, and a few other things, but not so much in the way that the business did for me. So I'm really struggling there. I struggle with not having a firm grip on a vision, on who I am outside of massage. And I know that I'm more than a massage therapist, but I just don't know what that is yet. And I'm a person, and I am a travel enthusiast and adventure junkie and personal development junkie, all of the things. But I'm struggling with what to do. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I've got bits and pieces that I'm working on. The podcast, I'm running workshops for massage therapists, and webinars as well. And it's all kind of, there's cogs moving. So it's great. But I need more. So let's come back to trusting in ourselves. Firstly, why it's important. Now, I did mention this. I truly believe it is the foundation of everything we do, every moment, every experience, every decision we make is based on the trust we have in ourselves. It helps us move forward. It helps us take risks. It helps us believe in our ability to take those risks and move forward and create this momentum and produce possibilities and opportunities, because we're believing in ourselves and our abilities. And if you're not trusting in yourself, then, sometimes you go, well, I think I do, or maybe I don't, I'm not sure. And if you're not sure, then think about times where maybe you played it safe. Not because you really wanted to, but kind of because you convinced yourself to that would be the best choice, because you weren't too sure if you could do the thing. Or maybe think about the last time you seeked out validation externally, the reassurance that what you're doing is good and you're on the right track. And maybe it's that inner voice that is kind of a little negative or doubtful. So really think of, maybe there was a time where you were a bit doubtful, and then maybe after that time you went, damn it, I should have done that. There lies in self-trust. So I want to make this practical. There are things that I do in order to make sure that I don't spiral out of control or into the dumps. Like, these are the strategies that I am constantly reminding myself of, so that I can continue to move forward. And if I'm not moving forward, at least feel good in myself. So the first strategy that I take is looking back and looking for the proof that you are awesome, that you are successful, that you have achieved and accomplished incredible things. When we're able to look back on all of that, it reassures us of our skills, of our knowledge, of our capabilities. It reminds us that we are capable and that we can do this. Because if we've done it before, we can certainly do it again. So look for the proof. Second thing that has been a huge game changer is finding your support network. I love to call them your cheerleaders. I have a few cheerleaders that I turn to, or when I put something out there, they're constantly messaging me and letting me know that I'm doing awesome. And that is invaluable. Having their support has been a beacon. It's been the rope that I needed to climb out of the ditch that I've dug myself in at times because I've felt really low or, just stagnant. All it took was for them to write a message or send a voice message, call me. These things make such a huge difference. So if you're able to reach out to people and just say, look, I'm trying this, I need this, I would love your support. The other thing is, sometimes we don't know how to give support, and that's okay. So the next time you need support from someone and you go, I need support, actually tell them what that looks like. Tell them what you need and how they can support you. For me, it's those messages. It's the text message, it's the email, it's the voice message. Those things for me, when I post on social media or when I send out an email or whatever it is, or the latest podcast, having them message me and go, that was awesome, loved it, well done, means the world to me. And that's actually what helps me to keep going as well. So get your cheerleaders. Thirdly, practice self-compassion. Now, this one for me, I probably have needed to work on the most. And that's because, and I'm sure you could relate, I've got such high standards of myself that when I'm not, this is unfortunate conditioning, but when I'm not working 24/7 or producing different projects or content, I'm actually talking to myself in a way that I shouldn't, in a way that I would never talk to my friends or family or even strangers. And so this self-compassion is something that I'm really working on. It looks like letting myself off the hook. It sounds like, Jackie, you don't need to feel guilty. You're allowed to take some time to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, to take some time and go for that walk. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's letting yourself know that, you're worthy of nurturing. You're worthy of being let off the hook. You're worthy of your own celebrations. Embrace the art of self-compassion and forgiveness and nurturing and loving. Practice this kindness on yourself like you would to others. It's one I'm working on. There are a few more, but I'm going to leave it there. If you want to know more and are interested in diving deeper into different strategies that I use, I'm sure there's so many more, but these are the strategies that I use. Head over to my website on the blog, JackieTan.com. You'll find the article, The Power in Trusting Yourself, and all the different strategies that I use are there for you. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how you are going, how you feel when you've come across uncertainty. I would love to know if you struggle with anything that we've just mentioned today. And if you do, that's okay. And I hope that this has given you not only the tools to move forward and practice some really healthy, nurturing practices, but I really hope that it's inspired you to be good to you and trust in you, because you are worth it and you're amazing and you're so knowledgeable and skillful, and people deserve to have the best of you. But more importantly, you deserve to have the best of you and all the love that you have for you. If this episode has resonated with you, and if you think that someone else might benefit from hearing this episode, then I would love and really appreciate you sharing it with them. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe and comment. Let me know how you go about trusting yourself and whether any of these tips today you're going to take action on. If you're listening into the podcast, I appreciate you. Please get in touch via email or head over to Instagram and let's start a conversation there. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Have the best day. Stay awesome. We'll catch you next time.